Hello, captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the flight show. So we are going to be doing another flight in the ATR 72-500 series. But guess what? Hot Dog found an actual American livery. American Eagle livery for the ATR 72-500. So now I can fly around the United States because I like to fly a livery that's reminiscent of the region, and they just didn't release it with any American. I'd had to fly with, just a plain white plane, or at best, Carababies, however you pronounce them, and just feel like, because they do fly to Chicago, but not in this aircraft. But anyway, when I saw it, I was like, okay, downloading it, doing a flight. And we are going to be doing a flight from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, and we will be flying to Ronald Reagan in Washington, D.C. Now, the reason I'm excited to do this is I want to show you very quickly is that there is an approach that's the typical approach over DC is runway 1, where you come in over the Potomac. But the challenging approach is where you come in from the opposite direction on runway 19, and you have to come in when the really low on flight restrictions at 2,600 feet, and you're flying over a lot of the government buildings. Like, you literally pass over the Pentagon. And so I've actually flown into DC on this approach, and really the approach that I recall taking is the plane came right here from the west and then turned right onto the final, and bam, there it is. I believe this is the approach, so this is the one we're going to fly today. And let's see how it goes. So we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so that our battery doesn't burn out, we are going to go into hotel mode, which is running the engine without the propeller spinning so that we can have power. Basically, the engine acts like an APU. Alright, this is the lock to keep the wind from making the propellers turn. Then we will turn on our parking brake hydro pump, and we should see this meter go up to 3,000, which it did. Excellent. Then we're going to put on the prop brake, and in a second this light should light up. Great. Now we'll turn on the fuel tank on the right, and we give a little fuel flow and start her up. By the way, we need to turn on the beacon to let us know we're in the aircraft. And as you can see, no propeller turn. So now I'm going to prepare the flight path. I'm not going to take too much time. Let's see how fast I can do it. I might edit it out in the interest of time. All right. That didn't take long. Okay, so we're going to be cruising at 21,000 feet. And so we can go ahead and put yaw dampers. And that will be our VNAV. However, I like going with the half arc. VNAV. Excellent. And we can even go ahead and say, initially coming out the gate, growing to 500 feet per minute, but that is until we get to 170. And this was a suggestion actually by someone who watches the channel to basically increase at 500 feet per minute because this thing doesn't accelerate very well, it doesn't climb very well. And then once you get to 170, hit the AS, and then the plane will pitch to maintain 170 knots. And that's what we'll climb to our cruising altitude in. Excellent! Alright, so our VNAV should be on at this point. That's VOR, VNAV. Yep, we got that all taken care of. So let's just say everything has now been prepped and we're ready for departure. But what we're going to have to do is turn off our engine because GSX wants your thing totally off. But we got enough juice to pull this off. So let's go ahead and say that we are ready for pushback and departure. And we will be using American Airlines. And do we want straight back? Let's see. We can actually do nose. Oh, like we got a choice. Okay, nose left. Good to go. We can go ahead and turn this off. And
hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Excellent. Do your thing.
Locking gear. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay. So we can now turn off our brake. Start engine 1. Get the pump going there. It's daytime, I don't need that. Alright, starting 2. Excellent. Set. In the meantime, we have things to do. All right.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Alright, we'll use our electronic flight bag to get us a path to the runway. Excellent. Let's see if I can do a full range of motion now. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Okay, we're going to take a right-hand turn. Left-hand turn. down to the runway. We've already put on our landing lights. We can turn off our taxi lights. Because we already had our vertical speed set, the flight director has already gotten us of what our rate of ascent should be right after takeoff. Come to the left just a little bit to pick up our path. Flaps. And let's see here. Okay, so we passed 170, so we can start to climb a bit faster. Just till our speed drops to 170. Okay, so then we put on the autopilot and the IAS. There we go. Bang on 170 knots. Excellent. Okay, we are at cruising altitude. We are passing over Greensboro, North Carolina, on our way to Washington, D.C. So we're at 21,000 feet. 930 knots. Excellent. And we are on course of our nav systems. Now, the one thing that I did notice about the flight management system, you would think that this advances to each waypoint that you're going. Like the pink one would be the one that's active, but it doesn't do that. It moves, like we just passed GSO. But now we're on our way to FAK, and it doesn't turn pink. But, so, when I first got this, it made me think that I kept having to advance it, when in actuality it was going through them naturally. So, be it that I think this is a made-up flight computer anyway, they can do what they want to do, they should make it so that, you know, advances. But other than that, it's cool. Everything seems to be alright, and it's a beautiful day. I'm not using active sky weather because I just wanted to make sure that it was nice weather wherever we were going, so I have some nice visuals. So I'll see you when it's time for top of descent. Okay, we're almost at top of descent, so we're going to, let's see, bring this down to 2,600. Bring you back in a few minutes. Okay, we are at top of descent, so let's go ahead. We're going to descend at a rate of 1,500 feet per minute. We could do more, but at this rate, I didn't calculate it, but I don't want to be too low too soon. So let's do 1,600. That'll be fine. And we will come back our throttles, because that's going to cause us to accelerate. There we go. Nice double descent. Scenery looks really good. So, alright, I will bring you back in a few minutes. Okay, we've just passed 10,000 feet, and we are about to shoot the approach. Just wanted to comment that the scenery, this isn't anything in particular just yet. I do have Drzewiecki's Wahington D.C, so we should see a lot of detailed buildings and auto-gen for Wahington D.C, but we're not there just yet. But when we are, you should be able to see quite a few monuments as we approach the airport. Okay, we're now taking our course, setting ourselves up for the final approach. I think that's the real turbulence kicking into, oh, fire, like a real fire. You see that debris just popping off there? Let's see. Accident. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so there's the DC area. There's our airport, Ronald Reagan. A lot of the other autogen scenery still needs to load in, I see, but can't worry about that. Oh, there's the Pentagon. There's the Washington Monument. Okay, we are now, I believe, on our way to the direct waypoint and coming into Ronald Reagan. Autogen is filling in wonderfully. Really got to see why it's not doing that sooner, but I'll figure that out. And what we'll get to do is enjoy some of the let's see, screen froze up a bit. Just give it a second. It'll come back. There we go. So I was going to say we are going to get to enjoy a little bit of the detailed scenery as we're coming in. Like there, I forget the name of the I think that's the cathedral where, you know, all of the formal state funerals, services, and so forth go on right there. There's the Washington Monument. And if that's the case, yeah, the Pentagon should be right there. Okay. Yeah, we are on course. This is going to be good. Alright, so right when we get to direct, we will change our altitude. We should be dropping slightly to 1,500 feet. So let me go ahead and put that on there. 1,500, great. Descending at 500 feet per minute, but I'm not going to put that on there yet. I think I got my head cam a little bit adjusted more so that you don't get that flicker. Not so much head cam, but tracker. Alright, let's go ahead and hit and 500 feet per minute.
$2,500.
Gear down. Should be turning so that we end up on runway 1 very, very soon. Okay, we're going to increase our descent rate. Just a little above the glide slope. That turn should be kicking in right about now. Now we're going to be coming in not on this runway, but yet that runway. So you can see why this approach is considered a challenge. But I think we're going to come in spot on. Keep going, keep descending, keep descending. Alright, I'm going to turn off autopilot. Indeed. Alright. We'll be making our turn. Not a time for a freeze. Alright. Easy. This is why we chose it. It was going to be interesting. Oops, sorry about that. I was looking off screen. Alright, we seem to be on the glide slope pretty well. That's good. This is the approach. Last time I flew into DC, this is the route we came.
500.
I was like, I have got to shape this approach. Alright.
400.
On the glide slope, we're looking good. Oh, nice bridges. Ooh.
300. 300.
And then in the last second, line up for the final.
Minimum 100. This is 100.
should have turned off the traffic because I didn't use ATC and I forgot.
50, 40.
There we
30,
go.
20. 10.
Never mind that aircraft coming. You can always reset Ultimate Traffic Live, and I forgot to do so because I had all this other stuff going on trying to land. So just ignore that. Alright. Not bad. I'm actually kind of proud of that approach. Okay. Of course, we had to check it out from the external view. There's the African American Museum. I just got to visit that the last time I was in DC. Nice. I know a lot of people say that they don't really care for the car traffic and just turn the Okay, so let's take a look. Where can we go to? We're going to bring it into 10. Okay. Got it. Parking brake on. Excellent. All right, that is us flying into Washington, D.C., Ronald Reagan International. I hope you enjoyed this approach. Like I said, it's underrated for it being a unique challenge, but in fact it is. Had to fly through all the monuments, so looking forward to getting this edited and seeing it myself. I actually... Well, first off, let me say thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you looking at the channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.